What is up, everybody? This is Stevie Bridge coming to you here today. I made my video while I was on my lunch today. I'm talking about CM Punk and the AEW drama that is going down. And although this was announced yesterday or maybe even the day before, I didn't think that it was like newsworthy enough to make a video on. But I just kept sort of thinking about it after I clocked back in for the rest of my day. John Cena is going to be making his return to WWE. He's going to be wrestling SmackDown. I think he's booked for the next 7 weeks, like the next 2 months. He'll be a part of WWE SmackDown. He'll be even coming to Sacramento. I looked at tickets. Tickets honestly are a little bit expensive. I don't know if it's because it's a live event. Here in for SmackDown here in Sacramento. I don't know if it's because it's the new arena, the Golden One Center. I looked at tickets and they're not what SmackDown used to cost back in the day. And I have softball on Fridays. I don't know what time we'll be playing that day, but more than likely I don't think I'll be able to go to SmackDown anyways. But it'd be awesome to see Cena, especially if it's the last time Cena's actually coming into my town. Every time you see Cena, you got to be thinking that it's going to be one of the last times. I'm surprised at this point that Cena's a guy that says he wants to wrestle on SmackDown. It's not like he's like picking and choosing where he wants to wrestle that week. He's just on the SmackDown brand, like he basically got drafted to it. Who knows? I'm sure they would have announced it, trying to sell some more tickets in towns, but he could show up on Raw if needed or if he wanted to. And I'm sure even Cena's a guy that if he wants to wrestle on a house show, he'll show up and he'll wrestle on a house show. It's coming out of the whole writers and actors being on strike deal. Some people thought that maybe even The Rock would jump over and do something for WWE, but we didn't see him, and we haven't seen him, and I don't know when we'll see him. He's sort of weird because he's a producer as well as an actor, so it's almost like he's on both sides of the strike as of right now. So a lot of these guys aren't really coming out like Stephen Amell did and say anything positive or negative. I watched John Cena's movie last night, Vacation Friends 2. It's on Hulu. It came out a few days ago. If you didn't know that it came out, it's possibly because of the strike that they're not allowed to do publicity for it, so they're not allowed to tweet out, see my movie on Hulu, because they don't want the streaming companies to be making money while they're not taking in money. They're not able to do interviews, they're not able to really do anything to promote on their shows or movies at this time. So Cena giving back to wrestling. He's not showing up to SmackDown because he needs a check. I think that honestly, when Cena says that he loves wrestling, it's something that's alive inside of him. It makes sense. I mean, he's proving it with this schedule right here. I think he is going to be there through Payback, Fastlane, and Survivor Series. See if he does anything to tie himself into big matches. If we know anything about John Cena, the last feud he had against Austin Theory, he's not somebody who's scared to come in and put over somebody for the future. I mean, we could see him do something with like Grayson Wallen. We could see him, more with Austin Theory. He's not just somebody who's going to come in and plug himself into a program with Roman Reigns or Brock Lesnar, basically saying main event or bust. He'll be anywhere on the card that's needed, anywhere that he thinks that he can help in the future. And CM Punk is somebody who went to AEW to basically say that he wanted to help that company, push forward. Has done almost everything to really not do that, with all of the sort of negative headlines that have popped up. John Cena shows up to SmackDown knowing that we're going to boo him, knowing that we're going to hear people say negative things about him being there, and the guy's done everything really that there is to to help out WWE as well as wrestling to push it forward. So you got to tip your hat to that. I'm looking forward to see Cena make his return. I'm not saying that I've shut the door and locked it on going to that SmackDown here at I think it's at the end of September. We'll have to see if I got a game, what time it's at, and where it goes. So I'm looking forward to it. John Cena and WWE, huge major thumbs up.